What if the reason your marriage feels disconnected isn't about your partner at all, but about how you treat yourself? Think about that for a second. When you stop loving you, your marriage feels it first. Because the truth is, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't build emotional connection when you're emotionally drained. And you can't give patience, peace, or passion to your relationship when you haven't given those same things to yourself. So, today's topic is one that many of us struggle with. Why self-love isn't selfish and how it strengthens marriage. You see, many people hear self-love and think it means being self-centered, distant, or even neglectful of your partner. But true self-love isn't about isolation. It's about integration. It's about showing up to your relationship as a whole, grounded person instead of someone running on empty. So let's dive in. Welcome back, uplifting life partners, to the Simplified Uplifters Marriage Mastery Podcast. This is our Self-Love Wednesday segment, where we focus on giving you practical tools to build, repair, and strengthen the foundation of your relationship. Our goal? To help you create a marriage that feels stronger, more joyful, and more resilient. I'm your host, Ron Simplified Myers, and together, let's ignite possibilities for your marriage. Let's start by addressing the biggest misconception, that loving yourself means you're taking something away from your partner. But here's the truth. You can't pour from an empty cup. When you constantly give without replenishing, you become resentful, anxious, or emotionally drained. And when you're running on fumes, even small frustrations can feel overwhelming. Simone used to wake up early, get the kids ready, handle work, cook dinner, and then try to be everything Caleb needed. A supportive wife, a fun partner, a good listener. But inside, she was exhausted. She started snapping at small things, not because she stopped loving Caleb, but because she stopped nurturing herself. One evening, Caleb asked, "What's wrong? You seem distant lately." And Simone said something that many partners can relate to. "I just feel invisible, like I'm giving to everyone but me." That moment was her wake-up call. She realized self-love isn't indulgence. It's maintenance. Teaching line. Self-love isn't selfish. It's how you make sure the best version of you shows up in your marriage. So what is self-love? Self-love is the daily practice of respecting, caring for, and listening to yourself. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It's about setting boundaries that protect your peace, not walls that block your partner. It's about saying, "I need time to recharge," instead of waiting until burnout forces you to shut down. Simone decided to create what she called her 15-minute peace window. Every evening after dinner, before cleaning up or scrolling her phone, she'd sit quietly with tea, journal one thing she appreciated about herself that day, and breathe. At first, Caleb didn't get it. 15 minutes of silence? What's that for? But within a week, he noticed a difference. Simone laughed more. She was more patient, more present. That small act of self-respect rippled into their relationship. Reflection for listeners. What's one thing you could do daily, even for 10 minutes, that reminds you that you matter? Now let's dig into how lack of self-love shows up in marriage. When you neglect self-love, it doesn't disappear. It leaks into your relationship. Here's how it often looks. You start overgiving to earn approval. You take things personally because your sense of worth depends on your partner's validation. You withdraw emotionally, believing your needs are too much. Caleb once said, "I love you." And Simone replied, "No, you don't. You're just saying that." What she really meant was, "I don't feel lovable right now." That's the quiet danger of low self-love. You stop believing your partner's affection is real. You filter love through insecurity instead of gratitude. The lesson we can take from this is The way you love yourself teaches your partner how to love you. Now let's talk about practical self-love habits that strengthen marriage. Here are 4 simple habits that will nurture self-love and strengthen connection. The morning mirror talk. Before the day begins, look at yourself and say, I am enough. I am worthy of love today. It might feel silly, but your nervous system listens to repetition. Simone's version. She taped a note to her mirror. I am safe to love and be loved. Caleb noticed it one morning and added a sticky note. I agree. The self-check-in. Once a day, ask, what do I need right now? Rest, reassurance, or release? When you meet your needs first, you stop resenting your partner for not guessing them. The boundary script. Instead of snapping, leave me alone, try, I love you, but I need 10 minutes to decompress so I can show up better. It communicates care while protecting your space. The shared self-care practice. Do one restorative thing together once a week. Walk, stretch, listen to music. It turns self-care into couples care. Teaching line. When you nurture yourself, you create overflow. And overflow is what fuels healthy love. Let's move into the process of turning self-love into couple growth. Self-love doesn't stop with you. It models what's possible for your partner. When Caleb saw Simone honoring her peace window, he realized he'd been ignoring his own stress. Eventually, he started taking 15 minutes after work to walk alone before entering the house. That tiny boundary kept both of them calmer, and their evenings turned from tension to teamwork. By taking care of themselves, they took better care of each other. Here are a couple of reflection/journal questions. What's one way you've been neglecting your own needs? How might caring for yourself more deeply benefit your marriage this week? Here's the truth. Self-love isn't about me first. It's about me too. It's giving yourself the same compassion, patience, and forgiveness you offer your partner. And when you do, love flows easier because you're not running on empty. If this episode helped you rethink self-love, I invite you to share it with another couple or friend who needs this reminder. Today, we uncovered why self-love isn't selfish and how it strengthens marriage. But don't stop here. The next episode you'll want to watch is how to communicate your needs without feeling too much. And make sure you're here for Sunday's episode, where we'll dive into how to balance self-love in marriage without feeling pulled apart. And for deeper tools, including our free 7-day intimacy reset, Simplified Uplifters app, and our inspirational apparel, check the links in the bio or visit simplifieduplifters.net. Remember, nurture your soul, protect your energy, be kind to yourself, and build the marriage of your dreams. Now, go to the next podcast episode and let's keep building together. And most importantly, remember, you are extraordinary.